Welcome back to World Crisis Radio. So we're following the financial panic, the great fear in Wall Street, zombie bankers, hedge fund hyenas running for cover. That's just the immediate situation. Overnight it was Japan down 1.5%. Today it's Germany down 3.5%, France down 4%, Brazil down quite sharply. Again, emerging markets getting hit. Argentina, Brazil, Philippines, places like this. And above all that, the center of this, you've got the euro. The euro now down in the $1.23 per euro. $1.23 gets you a euro. This is now down 25 cents, almost 30 cents from the high. At the same time, a deflationary tendency, and this is one of the questions we have to follow, is will this next phase be deflationary? Will it be hyperinflationary? Will it be a combination of both? It's generally a combination of both, but maybe one or the other element predominates. Oil is now down 17% in the past 2 weeks of this crisis. Various other commodities down. The Madrid Stock Exchange down almost 7% today. Gold hitting an all-time high, I believe, 1232 on gold. What we're seeing is that usual Dow-dollar trade-off. If the dollar goes up, the Dow goes down, and that's what's happening. Is mainly the euro is going down, so the dollar goes up, and that means the Dow goes down. Another way to put it is if the euro goes down, the stock market goes down. This has to do with that carry trade, that highly speculative dollar carry trade where you borrow dollars at 0% from the Bernanke Fed, then you ship them overseas, speculate in very dangerous markets, but you've got to come back and cover that if the dollar begins to go up, because that then undermines the bets that you've made. So all of this is happening, and we've got these rumors in the background. Let's look now. One of the things that is scaring these characters is the possibility of the regulation of the hedge funds in Europe. And this is a fascinating subject and one that deserves our support. Look at the EcoFin blog here on the Wall Street Journal website. Move on hedge fund law likely despite UK fears. Yeah, the UK fears. The City of London doesn't like. Here it is. We know that the origin of the Greek crisis and the general attack on the southern tier of the euro and on the euro in general has been generated by hedge funds. We know the names: Soros, Einhorn, Greenlight Capital, Brigade Capital, SAC, Paulson. We know that this is backed up by Goldman Sachs, by Bank of America, Merrill Lynch, and so forth. So, of course, if you're under attack by hedge funds, even the stupidest Eurogawk can figure out, well, if you're under attack by hedge funds, do something to regulate or ban hedge funds. If you're under attack by hedge funds using credit default swaps, maybe you want to attack credit default swaps. Yes, even Eurogawks can figure this out. So that's what they're doing. And we mentioned that this past Monday there was a large debate about hedge funds in the European Parliament, and now it looks like next Tuesday, that would be, about the 15th, 16th, 17th, the 18th of May. On Tuesday, the 18th of May, we should have a meeting of the European finance ministers to discuss a proposal by Spain, which is backed by France and Germany, and it will be to regulate hedge funds. And, of course, once you regulate a hedge fund, it's not really a hedge fund anymore, is it? The hedge fund says we have to be free of all law, all regulation, and by implicit consent, all taxation, too. Well, that garbage is coming to an end, thank God. These are timid moves. They fall far short of the outright ban on hedge fund operation that we support here and which is necessary for the survival of human civilization. These parasites have got to be shut down. What the proposal from Spain is a blacklist, a blacklist of deregulated countries. So if you have a hedge fund that's based in, let's say, the Cayman Islands, because that hot money paradise of crime and corruption, the Cayman Islands, the former British crown colony, still operating under the aegis of the City of London. That's where most of these hedge funds are actually based. So the European proposal is if you come from a highly deregulated country, they could put the U.S. on that list. They'd have to put the British on even higher than the U.S. If you come from a highly deregulated country, then you can be put on this blacklist, and that will mean that European investors are forbidden to put their money into hedge funds in those blacklisted countries. Again, Cayman Islands at the top of the list. This proposal comes from a French center-right political leader. His name is Jean-Paul Gauzes, G-A-U-Z-E-S. And all we can say is, go, Jean-Paul Gauzes, fight through, center-right, huh? Center-right, not left. Maybe he's a Gaullist. I don't know. We'll be checking. And that's going to come up on Tuesday. And the way that this works is this is a vote which is weighted according to population and the importance of the country. So it won't take unanimity. Therefore, the British will not be able to block it. Geithner is already freaking out. Geithner is rushing to defend hedge funds. Isn't that wonderful? The Obama regime locked in the lethal embrace of Wall Street. Geithner, Summers, Bernanke, and the rest. All of he's out there saying, no, this discriminates against the United States. Well, the United States is not likely to be put on the blacklist. These hedge funds have taken their choice to go to the Cayman Islands and other deregulated crime paradises. So that's unacceptable. If you're a hedge fund from the European Union, and there are not as many, at least there, as there are proportionally here in the U.S. or in Britain, then you get a passport and operate in the various, the 27 countries, I guess, of the European Union. But if you don't come from the European Union, you will have 27 different regulatory regimes. This would already be a good thing. The Greek Parliament should take note and ban hedge funds. Same thing for Spain, Portugal, Italy, Ireland, and the other threatened countries, which now includes France. So they better do that. And, of course, Sarkozy, stop dithering, stop having temper tantrums and fits. If Sarkozy is as upset as he is reported to be, do something, Sarko, ban hedge funds, ban credit default swaps, presidential decree, Fifth Republic, ban. That's the kind of action we need for the defense of civilization against these parasites and bandits and jackals of the hedge fund world. Interesting angle on this, of course, is we now have this unprincipled coalition in Britain with Cameron, the Tories, and Clegg of the Lib Lab. The Chancellor of the Exchequer is Osborne. He's going to go in and defend the hedge fund. This could split the UK coalition on the European regulation. Back in a minute.